So the chicken just jumped out of its box. We don't know how, but the chicken's out. We have a loose chicken. Cheers, can you help me here? It's a big fucking chicken. So Carl said chickens are pretty stupid and that putting a towel over them pretty much sends them to sleep. Chicken's back in the box. Everybody thinks good. No idea how it got out.
It tipped the box over.
I think that's likely.
Yeah, it was tipped over.
Right, so it is the beginning of day 2. Woody's still asleep. Kyle has gone hunting. And me and Chiz are collecting water in our water bottles.
Yes.
It's a very involved process.
Kyle's frolicking in the woods right now.
Yeah.
And Woody is passed the fuck out. Snoring his ass off.
And we're left to get some water. So guys, I am making the trek back to the car because my memory cards are pretty much full. I have to walk up that massive hill up there and get to the car, which is about another 20-minute walk. So wish me luck and I'll keep you updated. So guys, I've just transferred day 1 files. These are all the SD cards I'm using. The one in the camera is a 128GB one. It's my 2TB hard drive, and this is how much a day's worth of footage is. 125GB. So now I need to walk back to the guys, and they are all the way over there. See the road in the distance there? I have to walk all the way around. It's about 20 minutes. It goes higher, higher, higher up there, and I have to walk in and down it past the water and into the crevice. Much quicker than the first way Carl showed us, as you saw, but still a fucking long way. So let's go.
Stung the shit out of me.
You got stung?
Yeah, just now.
Where?
On my arm. Not doing anything. Yes, yeah, it just hurts.
Let me see. Yeah, it happened. Did you catch anything?
No.
No?
I've been on a hike.
No,
You've been gone for a while.
I feel like I shouldn't be the one telling you how to hunt, but I thought you stood still and let them come to you.
That's what I was doing.
Oh yeah? I did that yesterday. I had
Where's my
equal
shit?
luck.
Jesus. Yeah, I walked way off and sat down for, I don't know, 30 minutes and then moved to a new spot, 30 minutes, and a new spot, 30 minutes.
Did you see anything?
No, absolutely not. What'd you see?
It was yesterday, so I was fishing, and while I was fishing I had my shotgun with me. And you know, if you look through like you go 15 trees away and there's like a hole where you can see blue sky. Yeah. At first I heard him, and then I was just sort of watching that direction, and I saw what I think was a squirrel travel across the blue sky area. So I grabbed my gun and waited. I wanted sort of visual confirmation. It could have been a bird, but I think it was a squirrel. And I never heard him move or whatever. I'm certain I saw him though. Like it wasn't like a glimpse that I couldn't see him. But I even thought about shooting just buckshot, like in that, like a game load up toward him. I was like, that doesn't seem like what a hunter would do. And I didn't know how to explain to you guys, like, I saw a shadow, and then like I fired in the general direction. So I didn't take a shot.
Gunshots last night and stuff.
Yeah,
You didn't even mention that, yeah.
No, I don't think we got that on film. What happened?
After the confessionals last night, there were clearly hunters in the area.
You hope.
And
I don't think they were hunters. I think they were just fucking around.
Jackasses.
Yeah, I think they had their gun and they were just woo shooting a beer bottle or something. Because it was like 4 consecutive shots.
Five
4 or 5
shots.
And it was after dark. The only thing you can shoot after dark here is like coyote and fox and pigs, and use a light.
There were 5
that's
shots.
a lot of shit, actually.
And then you use a collar and a light. Like they'd be.
That's the other thing. I thought I saw him using a collar.
They were
not saw him,
hooting
but heard
and
him.
hollering.
They were.
If they were using a collar, it would be like. And it'd go on for half an hour. It'd be like it's a loudspeaker that like they're playing and recording.
Oh, not okay. Then not a collar, but I.
That was them. That was just some asshole again going.
Woo!
Hollering.
Woo! That's what I heard. Yeah. So they
were trying to scare us, almost certainly.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work.
No.
Yeah. If they were trying to annoy us, Mission
was.
accomplished.
Yeah.
And I was happy to have the fire because I thought maybe they were hunting.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, if there's a fire, then we know that.
Don't shoot.
Yeah, you know, there's people here. And then that candle.
Them deers mastered fire.
That candle burned all night. And I'm in my sleeping bag not looking, but seeing like the flame.
Flickering, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, one of these heroes has really been staying up, getting out of bed, tending to the fire. Like, well done, boys.
I looked at that fire at 11:30. It was nothing but coals.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
It was out before midnight. Before I
Yeah.
went to sleep, it was cold. But like you
didn't-
said, it was flickering the whole time. The candle was.
I decided not to do anything about that.
Chicken escaped while you were gone.
Yeah, it jumps out the box.
It done pushed the box over.
Was he
and ran.
recaptured?
Yes, very
That's
quickly.
good. That's all that matters.
Just wasn't that hard.
So what's the plan next?
Well, I tell you what, we're killing the chicken. We should do that during the daylight. Today's day 2, we're killing the chicken.
Confirmed.
Confirmed
it
kill.
could be dinner, but it shouldn't. Last night's dinner was at like 9 p.m. or something.
We
It
got
was dark
started really
out.
late on the fire and everything.
Yeah, so, but it's because we were waiting for the heat.
Yeah.
But today, so far, doesn't feel as hot, and I think it's noonish.
It is.
And so I wouldn't mind eating the chicken at like 4 p.m. It might take a while. And we have to do PKN Survival
Yep.
Edition. And
Talk about our favorite trees we've seen in the woods and all the annoying hornets.
I brushed my teeth. I feel a million times better. Same underwear. Fun fact.
Oh, I changed that shit.
I'm thinking about taking a bath in the creek in a little bit and changing everything.
I thought about that. I could probably do that tomorrow.
I changed my shirt, my underwear. I feel better.
It's only day 2, but I feel like we're gonna make it to 5. We'll see.
I left my fishing rod in the water. Did anyone check it?
No, I don't know where the hell it is.
I'll go take a
Put
look.
it on that peninsula.
It's definitely not.
I dropped it into that little deepest spot. I'm gonna go down from that.
So Carl, what are we doing?
I'm gonna take a shower in the freezing cold water because I'm covered in sweat and grime and feel awful. And hopefully there's something on my fishing line now that I've walked the total wrong way. How do we keep walking the wrong way? Like this?
Yeah, I always end up lost.
Lost every time. I left this here this morning, so oh, that's gonna be tasty. So
yeah, we
we've
cooked it
got
up real good.
we've got a little root, some leaves. Oh yeah, that was great.
That was well worth it.
I just walked for about 2 hours squirrel hunting and didn't find shit, so that's disappointing. I'll come back later with some more bait.
So you're gonna go downstream then?
Yeah, I'm gonna cross over and walk down there somewhere so that I don't like scare everything that's in the water. Since it's so bountiful. Really don't have much of a plan here actually. Look how cold this is.
What are you doing?
Well, our sponsor hooked us up with all these hammocks. And it's a weird balance, you know? Like, as I do these things, I'm aware there's like 100,000 16-year-olds who want to give me shit. But you know, if a sponsor sends it, you just have to use it, right? Isn't that like the rule? So I'm trying to, I feel like if I just spend a little energy setting up this hammock, I'll be really glad I did with this tree of choice. So I'm just sort of, I know that all the vines around my house give me like poison ivy. So susceptible to it, I'm fucked. But this is what I want, a hammock. Suck it up. So, just cleaning things up. Soon I'll check it. I think we have more. I don't know how many hammocks they sent us, but it was a bunch. So we're styling in that regard. And in a few minutes, I'll be laying down, swinging in the breeze, telling lies. Well, I've never done this before. Where's the machete?
Behind you, you're standing on it.
Oh, thank you. But I'm just tying off dumb square knots, and I'm gonna hang the hammock off them. The hammocks have carabiners built into it, so I'll just tie this to that, and it's pretty straightforward, I guess. This paracord's rated at something like 500 pounds, if I recall correctly. So, split the weight across two of them, and you've got way more than you need. So we should be okay. As I think about it, they never seem to be high enough, so I'll try and hang this as high as I can reach. I really should have studied some knots. I swear they come in handy more often than I'd guess. But...
There's something in the battle box. It's like almost like a tea towel, but it has all of the knots on it.
Oh, that's right. They came. It was like a 1970s survival book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Heck, I've got some time on my hands. Oh, so this carabiner has a hook. I thought it was more of a loop. So I suppose I could tie these together. And hook it on. See how this works. Something wrong with this knot. That's good. This looks good. And then you, oh well shit.
It's like a gymnastic thing, you now have to climb up into it, yeah. You could jump into that.
Alright. So
look, we need good footage here, so...
Now we're going to build a staircase out of logs.
Alright, I put this way too high. See, it seems like all our other attempts, like if you look at that hammock or something, they have real long strings and they sit, in my opinion, too close to the ground. This one, too high up, too high up. I don't know if I slide this down or just start over again. He said, we have to get you getting into it in case something funny happens.
Kyle on day one's already fallen out of it. Oh, fallen out, he spun around in his.
Alright.
Well, Survivor Man's back.
Oh, it's so much better.
Well, I think Woody's pretty good at this. That
Alright.
professional hammock getting in and out of in. How does it feel?
This is awesome. This beats all the chairs we've made out of hammocks. I don't know why they're making chairs out of hammocks. Laying totally beats sitting. So, this is how you die slowly. It's only a 5-day trip. Dying slowly will totally work out. And we have a chicken to murder.
We do. And Kyle's back. How was it?
That was pretty chilly.
And cut.
That was pretty chilly, but you know, feeling good now.
Feeling refreshed?
Oh yeah. Freshly showered, feeling good.
I'm on board. I'm on board. Didn't take much to sell me on that idea. You know, Woody sleeps through anything, so
Yeah, you could get away from Woody pretty easily.
we could get away.
I walked by his thing one time and looked in there, and he was just he was like this.
Oh, did you hear Patrick snoring?
He looked like he had a stroke.
Did you hear Patrick snoring?
Yeah,
but it's not that loud.
Yeah,
Apparently
it's
I
not,
snore.
but he's the other one snoring.
Yeah, it's a quiet snore. It's
Okay.
it's sort of
You're
a
not
rustling.
calling any bears attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woody's over there.
Yeah, Woody was loud. I heard
It's funny
Woody.
you said I was gonna put that in the first text to you, and I'm like, I'll just leave it short. And you're like, what mating call? I'm like, yep. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, motel sounds nice.
I've shared a room with Woody a few times, and I've shared a car with him a few times as well, which means he was asleep, and he snores loudly all the time. He should get one of those masks to sleep with. You familiar with these?
What, like the shitty ones that just bridge your nose, or you mean the one that's hooked up to the system?
System. My dad has one of those. Had
Yeah.
to.
My dad is supposed to have one of those, but dude,
Isn't that for sleep apnea?
yeah,
Where you stop breathing when you're...
yeah, it shoves air down your throat.
There's an episode of Sopranos. You've still never seen it, have you? Well, Tony's elderly uncle is like a mob boss, and they have to meet at the doctor's office because the feds can't bug it. And he's wearing that mask that we were just describing, and Tony's like laughs at him. He's like, "How many MiGs you shoot down wearing that thing?" It looks like a fighter mask. You should check that show out, dude. That's the shit. Me and Katie just went and watched every single episode, and there's 8 seasons.
6, 7. Yeah, 7.
6. Yeah, it's 6, and then the 6th season split in 2 or something like that. I think. I've got like the big DVD thing. It's really really good. There's lots of like characters that you like come to love.
Mm-hmm.
The ending's just kind of let down.
Cheers, how are you feeling?
What?
How are you feeling?
Like that motel idea sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
And
survival trip.
Kyle is gonna have to really redeem himself on account of the cookie and muffin situation.
I mean, they're only 10 minutes away.
I
Should
mean,
we explain-
Only 10 minutes away is like 30 minutes away from me.
The audience don't know what's happened. Would you like to
They
explain?
don't know what happened.
No. Well, I wasn't sure if you wanted to tell them.
Kyle was offered cookies and muffins from a nice old man, indigenous to the woods, by the way.
That's integral to this story, yeah?
driving
Yeah.
along on the dirt roads that kind of
Well, he was driving on the dirt roads, but he lives here. There's a cabin somewhere he built with
does
his
not live here.
grandpappy back in 1902. Okay, so he's indigenous to this forest as well as.
Different than a deer, rabbit, or squirrel.
No. Okay. If we came across a dead deer, we would go, "Oh, free food." This is no different than that. Okay, he's indigenous to the area we're in right now. Kyle took the man's offer of peace, and then went back to the truck and stored them there for God, I guess, because we're here.
He did
and
say, "God bless you."
we're
when he
well.
left.
He did, and gave you the cookies, and then you shoved it in God's face and said, "We don't need these."
Well, they're in
they're
in the vehicle. There's 36 cookies and like 2 pounds of.
He's not helping himself every time he rattles off like how many there are
It's an
and what
enormous
kind
amount
there
of
are.
snacks.
Yeah. Okay, and everyone wants them except Kyle, apparently.
I just didn't know if that was gonna,
He's gonna say he didn't know. There's a text message that says, "Bring them." That's surviving.
I feel like if I had said to you, "Hey, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything?" You'd have been like,
It's not
yes.
the same thing.
Number
It's not
2,
the same thing.
Large Coke.
It's not the same thing though.
It
This
is
is
the same
something that was given to you here in our camping ground. It's not even the same thing. It's not. So Kyle fucked us. Right, Woody?
Kyle fucked me. It was awful. It wasn't at all like I dreamed. There's no cookies involved. No treats, no snacks, no goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's not cheating, but he was indigenous to the area, right? Come on.
He had a Grizzly Adams 7-foot long beard, and he had a kazoo and a banjo. Yeah, man. He had a mountain lion for a pet.
He's a Vietnam veteran.
See?
Maybe
he served in the war.
Maybe he could help us.
In the wars. I doubt it.
Well, if you want the cookies, they're in the car.
He keeps saying that.
I do keep saying it, because that's where they are.
Well, I didn't leave them there.
Kyle and I ended up taking baths in the creek. It was cold, so Kyle hopped in the creek and he's hooting and hollering, woo hee! And I'm like, yeah, you know, a man of my caliber would not do such a thing. And then I get in the creek, and while I didn't do that, I could see why somebody would. It was cold. Took me a little while to get used to it, but how deep was it where you took a bath?
It was probably this deep, and I like got on my knees and just kind of bent over and like washed the top half, and then.
Yeah, it was a little deeper than me. Like my knees, probably my thighs were wet, and you know the tip of my penis, of course, because like you know, and then I just sort of slipped in. I got on my knees, and it was up to like my chest, and I did like the Muslim prayer, dunked myself a bunch of times, and
Did you take the soap?
I didn't take the soap. Next time maybe.
Yeah, you're gonna want that soap.
Yeah, big talk. I use deodorant.
Yeah, I need some of that.
There's like 100 years of science activating right now. There have been the world's greatest minds coming up with the formula that makes me smell sweet.
Millions of years of evolution for me.
Oh yeah. Have you been selectively breeding non-stinky armpits for generations?
I didn't say they were non-stinky. Just a very specific scent.
So what's next in today then? PKN?
Well, we have to do PKN. So what time is it? It's 1:30 now. PKN, call that an hour, probably 30 minutes worth of like setup and stuff. I'm sure we've got a bunch of dead batteries and lav mics and such. And then, so if PKN runs from 2 to 3, after that we'll probably butcher the chicken. And that'll be the first real thing I've eaten since I've gotten here. I had 2 crawfish, but that won't do. I kind of just feel like laying here taking a nap. Yeah. Well, hey, I must be losing weight. Muscle, fat, all of it. Do I look sexier yet? No?
I think so.
At least a little.
Yeah. By tomorrow, Kyle will fuck me again.
I can wait that long.
Oh, but that's...
I'm curious. I wonder, like, is it $5,000 and it's just a poor place, and $5,000 is just a bonanza, or is it legit? Are these things? Is like one tusk worth 50 and a matched pair worth 80? Like, I don't know. Like, what's the deal? 'Cause
How much?
There are people dying to, like those park rangers that they were saying how many had died at one place. Like, they've been killed by poachers. Park rangers had.
How much did that doctor pay to kill Cecil the lion? Do we know?
I'm not sure, but those hunts are expensive. Probably in the nature of $40,000.
Actually, I think I heard 40.
And he doesn't even get anything from that apart from a picture with the lion, really. He's not taking it home.
I think he is taking. I thought
Really?
he did take it home.
Oh.
Usually that's part of it. I've looked into that before, not for a lion in particular, but just what would an African safari cost to go over there? I'd like to kill it. I'd shoot a Cape buffalo. I'd shoot any of the hooved animals, I think. Especially if there was any kind of actual sporting nature to it. I'm not really interested in shooting those predators though. They're kind of beautiful. They seem intelligent, and there's not that many of them left.
How much is a trip like that?
In the nature of 40, like.
Oh, really?
expensive,
That's like
yeah.
starting price of...
It's been a while since I looked into it, but it was going to cost tens of thousands of dollars to get over there and shoot something, and then getting it back was expensive as well.
Like, this is your first hammock experience?
I believe so, yeah. Like, just never came up. No. I don't think I've ever been in a hammock.
I feel like I've run across them here and there.
I've seen them in people's backyards. They've usually got those that are like woven, like the mesh.
There's like a bar across the top.
Sure. But
Keep it wider.
I don't think I've ever actually gotten in one.
Yeah, I heard you struggled for a bit.
I don't know what happened, but I had a moment where like I flipped over, and I was like, "Get me! Get me!" Because I was zipped up in it upside down.
Oh,
Yeah. I was zipped up, and I was like all the way over here, like almost completely inverted.
The mesh is strong, I guess.
Strong enough.
That's great.
I was worried about that too.
Wait, he caught a falcon?
So he's got a dead animal carcass. I seriously doubt he killed it. He usually finds stuff like that and utilizes it. So he lies on the ground on his back, puts the animal carcass across his stomach, like rotten animal, and then like the rest of him seems to be concealed with like brush and dirt. He's like almost buried alive. And he lays there until this like hawk or falcon or whatever the hell lands on the carcass, and then he pops up and captures the thing like with his bare hands. And then usually he's just kind of catch and release, but I was telling her, I was like, I think he's gonna train it and become a falconer. And then in the next thing you see him, he's got it on his arm, he's like, yeah, and the thing takes off. And I'm like, he became a falconer. That guy's crazy. He's and he break dances. Have you seen his dancing?
No.
It's so good. In his little montage, it's like animal catch after animal catch, and it's like tons of snakes and turtles and a fox. He catches a fox by hand. It's biting the shit out of him as he's like wrestling with it. He catches the kangaroo, of course.
But could he catch a crawfish? I mean,
Never saw him do that. He's not that hardcore. He did catch a couple of hoofed animals. And then like occasionally there's music playing along with this montage of him like capturing stuff and being hardcore, and then all of a sudden you start seeing him break dance, and he's doing the Thriller, right? And then all of a sudden he's doing he's Michael Jackson to a T. He like moonwalks like through the dust with the sun behind him, and it's great. He's just as good of a dancer as Michael Jackson ever was. I swear, he's incredible. He stalks up on these goats, and he's hiding behind this pile of brush, and he looks at his cameraman and goes, "Ee-hee!" and then just takes off running. And he's the fastest white man I've ever seen. Like, there's a couple of shots which I'm sure are like for the montage. They're like, all right, we're going to film you sprinting flat out. But he's running through thick stuff like this, and it looks like he's a superhero. He's moving so fast. Like, he really is moving fast. Like, and he runs those animals down, so I guess he is.
car accident, and he flipped over, and the car came to a rest on the roof, I think. But I saw it, and I knew that his hand had come out like through the roll cage, so I start running to him, like as fast as I can go. Right, this is full speed on my way to Colin to help out this kid and figure out, like assess the nature of his injury. I thought he might have had a broken arm, and on the way there, now the ground wasn't level. There's like a 4-foot incline over 12 feet or something. And I fell forward. And then whatever, I just got up and ran there. But it's occurred to me since then, like, you may have lost the technique for running full speed. It's been a while.
I run at paintball a lot, but you got the gear on, and it's a different kind of run because you're running with the gear and with the gun. Like, when it's just you, it's a lot different.
The thing about paintball is, a lot of times if you run at 80%, and you're only that little bit slower, you're like 8 feet behind someone running 100%, that doesn't matter. That guy beats you there by 1 second, and it's a tie 1 second later. You made it to the same spot. It's rare that you can make it to a different spot by going quicker, or more quickly, I don't know. We need some firewood for tonight.
Unfortunately, that is true. Well, Chiz, you're the resident lumberjack.
Yeah, I really do recall collecting lumber to be Chiz's thing.
Uh-huh.
It was like, I can find water, Kyle can hunt, and Chiz can get firewood. That was like what we all agreed upon.
Uh-huh. Was this before or after your third nap today?
Hey, the water's found.
I've been hunting a lot.
How much water do you need me to find, Chiz?
I hunted down those.
I've been hunting a lot. Go
I
on.
hunted down those goddamn muffins. I don't want to hear shit. All right, you go hunting and you come back with muffins, and I'll kiss your ass. You take that rifle, you walk for 2 hours, and you come back with muffins. I want to see it. Nobody can hunt as good as I can. Nobody. You get a fucking African game prize hunter out here. He will not pull that shit off. I guarantee it. Would you have preferred a squirrel to that big box of muffins? I don't think so.
No, not at all. Fucking muffins. There's a hunter. I don't know, you might be a gatherer on that one.
I thought it was my keen interpersonal skills that landed us those muffins. At first he was just giving me 1 box of cookies, but I persisted.
You're like,
Persisted.
Oh no, I just kissed his ass.
Here's my counter offer. I'll give you nothing for more.
I thanked him for his service in Vietnam. He told me about his brother. I told him about you guys and how you guys were hungry, and he just kept shelling it out till I had 3 boxes.
Yet I only see 2.
The other one's in the car, mostly empty, and 2 fit in the pot.
It's fun. Kyle's like coming back here. He's skipping and whistling. Like, that fucker looks so fed. I can hardly stay conscious.
I ate a lot of those cookies. The other ones were like, which ones did I bring? They were both like,
ones.
huh?
M&M's.
The other ones were the monster ones then. I don't even know what monster cookies are.
I don't know.
There's
what
definitely
that
like a
is.
peanut buttery taste. But
Those are the ones you ate?
I thought there was some mint in there too, though. Yeah. I gobbled.
It sounds to me like you should go get those, because I've never experienced a mint peanut butter monster cookie.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. I don't know what's in there.
I can't. It won't dissolve.
Get your lighter under it.
How about a teaspoon of coffee?
Yeah, that's
Ooh, it's
concentrated, right?
Yeah, that's freeze-dried coffee. You can just put that between your lip and your gum like like tobacco. You'll be spitting it all everywhere. That'd be funny.
That'll fix you right up, Dr.
Yeah.
Chiz.
So what are we doing now?
We're each gathering 15 pieces of firewood. We tried to make Chiz the firewood guy, but that didn't stick. So,
Stick. Job gets done quicker with 4 people.
3, but yeah. Chiz is having a caffeine headache of some sort, so he wants to get the fire going so he can make coffee. Apparently he brought coffee. And me,
Picked up some freeze-dried crystals at the Walmart Superstore. Oh, that's That seemed like a good idea. Tastes like shit, but it'll keep Chiz from getting the DTs on his...
the DTs?
Yeah. Detox.
You got ammo back here, baby.
Wild ammo.
I was thinking it might be funny.
Been growing in the woods.
It came down on a parachute like Hunger Games. Oh, here's your shotty.
That's been growing out the tree, that one.
This shotty is empty.
It is.
What did you hang it by? The chamber?
There's a little the trigger.
Oh, that's what I wasn't going to do, but okay.
Yeah, that's why it's empty. I wanted to get it off the ground and...
Well, shucks. Wait, I think I can get this.
Perfect.
Alright, so far I'm at 0 pieces of wood.
Let's get some wood.
I want to thank BattleBox for sponsoring PKA Survival Trip 2015. It's a monthly service where they bring you survival and preparedness stuff. If you're into survival or preparedness or bug out, they turn every month into Christmas. So check out the link in the annotation or description. You won't regret it.